So yes, we are back and we will be solving this time question majority element 2. Last time we did solve the question like I want to find an element x such that it occurs more than n by 2 times in the given array. But this time we have to find x must be greater than n by 3 in the given array. We discussed lot of the possible approaches last time, but we didn't discuss one of the efficient approach is moves voting. So let's discuss it for n by 2 case. What does this say? This says that I will maintain a variable, let's suppose count, and max index. The index which I am supposing will store the number which occurs maximum number of times. I will initialize with say okay the max index is the first element and the count of that element is 1. So now I will traverse the loop from 1 to the end and I will say if my array of I is equals to array of max index. Then I say okay count plus plus, no issues. If it does not happen, else I say that count minus minus. It means whenever this element does not occur, it is giving a negative impact to the count. Now I am checking if at any step count has become 0, then I will say okay so max index is equals to given I. Sorry for the bad handwriting. So max index is equals to the given I and count is again issued. So if you look at it closely, it is giving us feel that it is giving us feel that it is assuming that for a number to occur more than n by 2 times, at least they must be present at least twice. If they are not present consecutively once, it is not possible for them to occur more than n by 2 times. In a given array, if I suppose that this is a number, this repeats after alternatively the number and then another number and then another number, then the same number, then another number, the same number, then the another number. Then it will occur maximum of n by 2 times or it will be less than n by 2 times. It could not occur more than n by 2 times. Right? So this is what it wanted to say. So like whenever it would occur more than once, like consecutively, so in that particular case, the count which I am talking about right now is will increment again, and this will give a approach towards the candidate which could possibly this is not sure. It will return some right. It would finally return some max index. It could be quite possible that the number might be actually occurring only once. Let's suppose it's 1 3 1 3 1 3 1 3. Do it 1,000 times. Same. And then last you put 2. It will say okay the max index here is 2. So the max index the max value is 2. It will just say this. Because what it would be doing, it would be starting from here. It will say okay this count is 1 max index is this. It will say okay now count is this. Then it'll say again say this. Then it'll say this. Then this. Then this. It is waiting for at least they must come at least 4 times together, right? Now consider this case. So when it will be there, it says, oh wow, so the count is plus 2. Count is here is 2. Now at this value, if even if it's 3, it's count 3. We remove this element from there. Okay. So this element now after reaching this count is 1. Now here again the count will become 2. So this is the approach. Now for finding a number which is greater than n by 3 times, x says that it is greater than n by 3 times. What does it say? Is that initially in the previous problem we kept a count of one index, right? Here it will be two index, max 1, max 2. Let's suppose this is array of 0, this is an array of 1, right? And I'll say, okay, count plus plus, count of 1 equals to 1, count of 2 equals to 1. Now if I will start, if, okay, let's keep both, let's just integer dot min value. We need to keep them different, right? So you can keep anything whatever. I will say, okay, again this. If a number is equals to max 1, I will say count plus plus. If I say an integer is equals to max 2, then I'll say count 2 plus plus. And if I, at any step, if count 1 becomes 0, right? And I'll say that, okay, this initialize this. If count 2 becomes 0, initialize this as well. So it would work in the same way as we did it earlier. Sorry. So let's try to code it. Yeah. I will say count whatever it means. There is not a possibility, right? If two numbers occurs, can three number occurs more than an is not possible, right? So, and I is equals to 0. Size. It works something. So let me increase size. Initially, they are one. These are indexes, right? That's not the case. So what else is there? Terms of I is equals to x2. I will say count 2 plus. If I say let's say else, basically this is else, right? If 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 it goes into else, it means both are not eligible. So I will count minus 2 minus this. And then I'll say if count 1 equals to 0. say some is equals to count one. After this loop is completed, enter back. So basically, I just noticed that I don't know why I didn't it get recorded, but yeah, I completed my code and then submitted it again. What I did, I'll tell you. I'll just move the statements above because the reason for that was because the reason for that was like if these are not equal to both of them, we must assign to them or not assign to them depends upon the value of count one. So if any we receive that okay count one is zero, so we may assign these values to them. This is how I did, and then this is just checking if actually the count one and count two are over there that many times. And here, what I did one more thing was like I have taken two arbitrary integer values. I took integer minimum, maximum, whatever you want, you can take. You want maximum over here, you want here, whatever suits you, you take, and then submit this code. It will work fine. And issue is not about working the fine, about working fine. The issue is whether we understand it or not. It's Moore algorithm, Moore voting algorithm. So yeah, hopefully it gets recorded this time.